A big peaty slap in the face. Perfection.
It's where whiskey meets the sea.
The finest campfire you will ever drink.
Blossoming love and a conjugal act, all in one.
Why are you doing a voice? Once you try it, the smell is part of your soul.
The sweat from God's brow on the seventh day.
It tastes like chewing on a really nice piece of wood.
Like kissing your first love while fighting a forest fire.
Tastes like a burning hospital.
Tastes like an angel leaving a rose on your pillow.
No, it tastes like the wings of that angel torn off and torched.
Like the waves of the Atlantic. It's majestic on the rocks.
Like drinking wet grass, a handful of dirt, and a hint of fog.
Who knew formaldehyde could taste so good and be so smooth?
It's like waking up next to someone you'd much rather just forget already.
It's like going on the date with the goddess of smoke and medicine.
Imagine a raging coal fire in a seaside swamp full of iodine, bacon, and firefighting gear.
You can taste the freedom, the lack of added water, and the tears of a dead falcon.
It's like kissing the chain-smoking nurse who just patched your nose up with bandages and seaweed.
Essence of granddad sitting by the fire in his stinky pullover, tapping out his pipe.
A double dash of dragonfire with sea monster and a hint of warrior spirit.
Like running nude through a peat bog on fire and jumping into a tub of liquid smoke on a Sunday afternoon.
It's like being kicked in the face by a horse who's been running through a peaty bog.
Like French kissing the burning blowhole of an emphysemic killer whale, but in a good way. Welcome back to Worth the Dram. I am Red.
And I'm Grim. This is your home for whiskey reviews, smoky opinions, and really long-winded jokes that really should have ended 30 seconds ago. That was a long cold open.
That was a long cold open. Maybe my favorite cold open. We'll see.
Yeah. I had a lot of fun putting that together.
That was a lot of fun. For those of you guys who don't know where that may have been from, Laphroaig has a advertising campaign where they've asked people to describe what they're looking at.
I put a disclaimer at the beginning of this episode. They know.
Did not know that. Also, we're looking at Laphroaig today.
Laphroaig 10-year. I've heard a lot of things.
So have they.
Yeah, so have you. It is supposed to be the smokiest, most flavorful scotch from the Islay region.
Yeah, and I'm not going to lie, everything you guys just heard only made me want to try it more.
Absolutely. Like it's one of those scenarios where I've been warned not to do something. I'm like, well, I'm going to do it.
Well, now I have to do it. Exactly. So no, yeah, I'm super excited. And if it wasn't for I had to look up how to pronounce this because
there's a lot of letters in there that don't seem like they should go together.
Like leapfrog, like
like it should be teaching us our letters and our numbers.
Yeah, exactly. Let's count.
Actually, no. Laphroaig actually helps you forget them.
Oh, yeah, good call.
So a little bit about Laphroaig. So it is an Islay Scotch, which I mentioned. It was founded in 1815 by Donald and Alexandra Johnston. They bought 1,000 acres to start just a cattle farm.
Yeah.
And they had a lot of excess barley left over, and they did what any responsible farm owner would do, and they would just start making whiskey out of it.
That feels very near and dear to the American spirit.
Yep. Which we mentioned a couple episodes ago.
Yeah. I mean, farmers in Kentucky I got excess corn. Let's make whiskey.
Yep. So it's interesting to note that the meaning behind the name Laphroaig is kind of just lost to time.
Yeah.
But it's rumored to be Gaelic for Hollow of the Bay, Broad Hollow of the Bay,
yeah,
or Hollow of the Broad Bay,
yeah,
or Holler at that Broad
Bay.
It's terrible.
That was amazing. I think is what you meant to say. Sorry.
I guess it's subjective.
Yeah. So the Kilbride stream is what runs through Laphroaig, and it's credited with making this whiskey what it is. Rumored to be very soft, peaty, and lacking in any other minerals that may lend other flavors to a whiskey. So the Kilbride stream is really what makes the whiskey what it is.
That's where the party's at.
That is where the party's at. Fun-ish fact, morbid fact, fun morbid fact.
Fun fact. It's all
fun fact.
Yeah,
it's all fun. Fun fact: Donald Johnston who at the time was the sole owner of Laphroaig, is thought to have died by falling into a partially made vat of whiskey.
That is not fun.
No, that's why I wasn't going to say it's a fun fact. That is his rumored death, though. It's
All right.
falling into a partially made vat, which
You can still taste that dedication today.
yes. I was going to say there's worse ways to go, but
So in the early 19th century, most Scotch was blended.
yeah.
And Mackey and Company, so the proprietors behind Lagavulin, were the largest buyer of the Laphroaig brand.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So Laphroaig, it's a mouthful.
It is. It's a how do you, yeah.
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 So Laphroaig single malt was very popular, and they ended up breaking the deal with Lagavulin.
Yeah.
That would have caused problems if war were declared. So what happened after that, Red?
War were declared. So, Mackey and Company did not take kindly to breaking that contract. And so they took some legal and extra legal opportunities to try and run Laphroaig out of business. So they built exact replicas, Mackey and Company built exact replicas of the Laphroaig stills, stole the head Laphroaig brewer, and tried to recreate Laphroaig. When that failed, Mackey actually tried to block the Kilbride stream, which is what fed Laphroaig. Makes the whiskey what it is. We talked about that a little minute ago.
Yeah, we did.
That had to get cleared up in court. Then when that failed, Mackey and Company tried to buy Laphroaig twice, failed, and then when their 1,000-acre lease was up, not only Lagavulin but also the Ardbeg distilleries tried to buy the land out from under Laphroaig, and that failed as well. So it was a battle.
That is
like breaking that one contract. I mean, and it was decades of just battling between these two.
That is a level of butthurt that wouldn't be seen until last week when you brought the Willet home. I couldn't let that one go.
Yes.
Sorry.
If you haven't seen the Willet episode, you just have to watch the cold open. The legal battles left Laphroaig kind of light on cash. And so they weren't able to expand, and the distillery kind of kept existing. And it wasn't up until the 1950s where they had the money to start building new buildings and expanding their operations.
Yep. And I think once they started expanding, they kind of fell under like a blanket term of like medicinal purposes.
Yes. That is true.
Or medicinal use.
Medicinal use.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I can get into that piece if you want me to get into that piece, or we can start pouring. It's up to you.
Yeah, why don't we just start pouring?
Let's start pouring.
There's so much history for this
There
one.
is. So it's a 200-year-old distillery.
Yeah. We can't stress enough, like there's so much.
Yeah.
And I want to pop it, I want to get into it. Because we've heard so much.
I heard a lot right there.
Yeah.
That was
Tight.
tight.
Still tight.
Still tight.
Squeaky.
Very squeaky.
Too close to the mic.
Well,
Sorry about that.
You'll just have to edit that in post.
Yeah. So, interesting note, in 1994, His Royal Highness Prince Chuckles himself, Prince Charles. I can't not call him Prince Chuckles. So he gave his royal warrant to the distillery, and it is of note that it is the only Scotch provider that actually has that distinction.
Yeah, Prince Charles actually spent, I want to say it's his 60th birthday at the distillery. One of his birthdays at the distillery.
Okay.
And he has called it his favorite Scotch. So
That's saying something.
it is. And I think, if I am correct, that is the royal warrant on the back of the bottle.
We'll get it.
And the front of the bottle.
I'll put a little thing up here so
That's
people
right
can see
there,
the symbol. So it is one more thing that I want to note is that I'm standing on one foot. Like I'm trying to stand comfortably, and it's just
Just not able to.
I can smell that already.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's like smoke and rubber.
Yep.
Anyway,
I'm
so
really excited.
in the 1950s, they switched to ex-American bourbon casks.
Yeah.
Due to like a tax hike of like Spanish casks.
Yeah. It's crazy how, like, we think of it now 70 years later. Like, oh yeah, Laphroaig is ex-bourbon casks. But, like, one country changing their excise taxes or export taxes or whatever it was.
And probably something small. Like yeah.
Like, oh yeah, and now it's, we consider this to be the classic Laphroaig. But I can smell it from back here, and you hit the nails on the head, rubber and smoke, and I could not be more excited.
It's Fast and Furious.
Yes.
It's a burnout.
Yes.
That's what I'm smelling.
Yes. I'm going to pick up my glass.
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh my God.
Really smoky.
It smelled like, medicinal.
There's
smoky,
a lot of like
iodine.
There's a lot of what should be non-consumable smells, but it's not bad.
It's exactly. That's
It
exactly
actually
what
smells really good though.
Yeah.
Like this triggers warnings in my head. Like, I know you're trying to drink this, but you should not be doing it. But like,
Yeah.
my mouth is watering.
Yeah. No. Same.
It's crazy because I can smell peat. I can smell a little bit of citrus, but then there's just Band-Aids and mud.
Yeah. It's like, I was gonna say rocks. Like.
Yeah. Like, so if you just like smash 2 rocks together and that dust that you get in your nose. I don't think I've been more excited for a whiskey.
So yes, iodine, smoke.
Yep, there's that briny smell.
Yeah, briny.
Like like dried out seaweed. A fresh ocean breeze.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And a fresh ocean breeze next to a burning tire fire.
That's extreme. But you're not wrong.
I'm most surprised by that, and the only thing I can think it's mineral smell, but that rocky smell. Like that rocky.
It's just it smells very real.
Yeah.
Like that's just it's like being seaside in the middle of a crowded city. Like you have all of those extra smells just mixing and mingling, and it's overwhelming to the senses, but you're still able to process it.
Yeah. It takes a couple I don't know that I was able to speak coherently after the first sniffer rise. Are we gonna hit?
Oh man, that was a face.
Well, here, come.
Actually, yeah, just hand.
Come to the side, or look at the side.
Antiseptic.
That's the iodine smell.
It smells like chloroseptic if you don't have the cherry.
Chloroseptic without cherry.
Chloroseptic.
Because I love chloroseptic.
Well, you might love this.
I kind of want to.
Let's just go for it.
Yeah. It's surprisingly smooth.
Yes.
For how angry it smells.
Yes. I'm going to start at the finish again, which is still going. Peat and brine at the finish.
Oh, hell
and
yeah.
it's just seaweed and it's just ocean.
Yep.
At the end. The beginning, though, it goes through so many different... Like, there's iodine, there's Band-Aids, there's rocks, there's smoke, there's...
It's like being hit in the head and you're just flashing through memories. Because it goes through all those flavors, like, right off the bat. So there is just this... I was going to say an undertone, but it is a riptide, like an undercurrent of just rubber.
Yeah.
But it's not bad.
And it's good.
It's really good. Oh, man.
Salty rubber.
Salty rubber.
I kind of want to try it.
You want to try it?
Yeah, it sounds awful, but...
This is, remember,
I can't
this
help
is
but be
the
curious.
smokiest, most flavorful from Islay. Like it's,
I will give it most flavorful.
It does smell really bad.
Take a little bit.
All right, here.
It smells like a hospital.
Smells like a
Yes.
hospital.
Smells like a hospital.
I'm going to regret this.
Yeah, I'm going to regret this.
It is smooth, but it's gross still.
Smooth and gross. Can we put that on the website?
It is smoky.
I don't like scotch, but this would be one I could tolerate
Yes!
Wow, all right. Okay.
with a lot of water.
With a lot of water. Yeah.
But it also has a sweetness that I don't remember finding in Lagerville Winter Cold either.
It's a very fine point of sweetness, though.
Yeah, it's not like a like bourbon. It's
No,
not like,
no.
oh, there's caramel. There's just some sweetness running through it, alongside the salt and the rubber and the smoke
Mhm.
and the iodine and the seaweed and the rocks.
It's like a whole scenario.
Yeah, it really is.
It's like you're at the
There's
racetrack,
just-
you get into an accident and crash, hit your head, get transported by ambulance to the hospital, and it's all like the experience in the bottle right
I
there.
really
of
hope
it.
the mic picked that up because that's a lot, and that's exactly what's.
Yes. Yeah, no, I agree. And this takes you on a journey.
It's a quick journey, though,
It's a quick journey.
because I mean, you get into that wreck at the end of the road.
Yes. You hit the wall, but there's just so much going on.
Yeah, because like, all right, so like the Kalila is the smoke from like a candle that's just been blown out. The Lagavulin is a smoke from a campfire. This is catastrophic. Like, this is a much larger fire.
Your face fell into the fire.
This is Jeremiah Weed gone wrong,
Hey, wait.
and it smelled.
Listen, it did smell.
Can I actually, speaking of water, can I have some?
This does not smell like burning beard hair, though.
No.
If there's one sensation that's not in here, it's burning beard hair. I'm gonna add some water
It's like
to my glass.
licking the remains of a campfire.
Like licking the remains of a campfire. That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's give that a shot.
that was about 3.5 drops of water. This is not an exact science.
No,
We are not scientists.
not yet. Wow.
I like that with a couple drops of water.
Yeah.
It kind of instead of you driving a car into the wall, you're getting into a fender bender.
I think that is the most drastic change that we've noticed with the water.
Yeah,
I know where you're gonna take this, but I do like it both ways. I like it fresh from the bottle. I do like it with a couple drops of water. I like it
mean,
on a train.
We all like it both ways every once in a while.
I was gonna try to steer it out of After Dark territory
Oh,
and
sorry.
more back into Dr. Seuss.
Sorry.
In a box with a fox.
In a box with a fox.
I will drink it on a train. I will drink it in the rain.
Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, no problem. The water tamps down the anger a little bit.
A little bit. Like it kind of just.
And I don't know which I prefer. Because, okay, if I've had a really hard day, I'm drinking straight from the bottle. If I just want to, a little like, if I've had an okay day, maybe I'll add a couple drops of water. So I will contend that the Boston Red Sox are the best MLB team
Yeah,
in existence.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we've had this broken clock on the wall
We
since
have-
day one.
Stuck at what time?
10:27.
10:27. Comment down below if you know the significance of 10:27 on a Boston clock.
I don't like the way you said Boston.
I said Boston.
Baston. Yeah, it's not.
Baston?
The
All right.
Red apologizes.
I'm trying. I'm trying to
Regardless.
get better.
All right.
Regardless,
So regardless, we've been messing around for about 10 or 15 minutes.
it's got to be at least 15 minutes.
Why does it smell like sandwiches back here?
I would tell you, but
Okay. All right.
15 minutes.
Back to Laphroaig.
Still a hospital on fire.
Yeah. I think your wife pointed out that it made her soda taste like someone put a cigarette out in it.
Yeah. Which I think is a great. I then also had soda just to kind of, I'm interested, and I will confirm.
I had a sip of iced coffee and I didn't do anything to it.
No. I think the sweetness of the soda just like highlighted the peatiness.
Yeah.
I don't get much difference on the nose after sitting.
I think there's a little bit more of that like citrusy sweetness that just kind of comes up to the top a little bit.
I'm almost getting maybe more briny.
Yeah, just little bubbles of it.
Yeah.
I'm ready. I got nothing else really. Like it's just.
No, I agree. It's
just
so
it's a punch.
similar.
Yeah.
It's right up the Morty.
Right up into the after dark. Right up in the bar cart.
Right up in the bar cart. So yeah, I think we taste. That was a better clink.
Earthier after resting. Mossy.
Mossy. That's a good one. Like a moss covered rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if you ever
That moss that has grown over a rock that has been in a fire.
you know what, I don't think I have much more to add for notes here because it really just it held very well in the glass. Like it's pretty much just reminiscent of the first glass.
I mean, the peat may have
A little bit.
dialed down 1 or 2 notches,
Yeah.
and that kind of amps up the brininess and the sweetness, and the, for lack of a better term, rockiness.
It's just I gotta fall back on what I said. It's just very real. Like
Yeah.
it's yeah.
It's like drinking the earth.
Yep. It's a killer scotch, and like I thought we've seen like the videos that Laphroaig puts out.
Yeah.
The way that they choose to advertise.
Yeah.
Where it's like it's half the video is like just people like whoa I don't.
Yeah, I think
No.
one of them.
No sir, I don't like it.
Like a lady smells it, and she goes, "Oh, it smells like old socks." Like, for some reason, that makes me want to try it. Like,
Yep. And actually, she's not wrong. It's like old socks that have been stuck in like an old 84 F100's exhaust pipe.
I was thinking like an old wooden cabin that's got like holes in the walls, and you use socks to block the holes so the wind doesn't come in.
Okay, yeah. But in a good way.
But in a good way.
Like it's never. It sounds like we're really ragging on this whiskey, but we're not because it's
Caveat everything we say with "in a good way."
yes. All right, so let's see if we can crank through some impressions here.
If you haven't had Laphroaig and you're a fan of Islay, stop what you're doing and go buy a bottle.
If you haven't had Laphroaig and you have no idea what an Islay Scotch should taste like,
Go grab a bottle. It's an experience. It
honestly, like, I think I'm just going for the banner. I think I'm just going to put yes for 10 seconds. Let's do that now. Let's 10 seconds of just it's worth a shot. Just grab it.
Yeah. Depending on how intense you want it, maybe add some water. I would try it straight from the bottle first and then add water,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yep.
So,
this
this is going in my medicine cabinet.
it's a hell of a scotch.
This was Old Elk. Not Laphroaig.
Yeah, I can't stress enough. It's a hell of a scotch.
Yeah. Agreed. And yeah, I enjoyed that. I'm looking forward to maybe getting into some more expressions of Laphroaig.
Yeah. Cask strength for sure.
Cat strength, I'm going to go look for tomorrow.
All right.
But-
So, hey. Hey.
Hey!
If you haven't already, please like and subscribe.
Subscribe.
We've been drinking
A little bit.
a little bit.
Couple few. Drinks.
A thruple.
A throuple.
If you haven't already, please like and subscribe here on YouTube. Ring the bell for notifications.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I don't do. I don't expect you to do, but also check us out on Facebook and Instagram where we post.
Instagram, we post daily.
Yeah, actually,
Yeah.
you're on fire
You know what?
with the Instagram posts.
I'm letting the fire burn right now.
See,
See?
because he's a ginger.
Because I'm a ginger. And remember, no matter how you like your whiskey, that's the right way.